stream?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all. There's a devil and an angel in my head.
The school system costs children, kids, as baby sheep. You better wake the fuck up or forever sleep. You don't need bars to be in prison, just think. They take cash out of your hand for a digital chip. So if you don't do as you're told, your money will go poof, like it didn't exist. We are almost the Walking Dead without the body bag zipped. This is community revolution in progress, but I'm no crip. As much energy is used to tear down and divide, you can use that energy to uplift and show there's no limit when you reach for the sky. Spells, spells, spells that I am casting. Words I speak are a gift of wisdom unwrapping. A work of art, I am a master craftsman. Painting pictures with the stroke of a pen. Spilling ink on paper.
There's a devil and an angel in my head. When I was fighting the war, the devil was huge and the angel was tiny. When I started to repent, the angel grew and the devil became very small. Small, but he's a stubborn bastard.
With thoughts from within, some say it's the end, something new will begin. Look into the gates of the soul, I am him, I am God. Decisions, decisions, I create and destroy, broke out this mental prison. Solve a problem and have 10 more like farmer's prescriptions. Life is too short, there's a headstone with your name inscripted. I turn my back to religion, took a seat on the throne. I am the light that torch enemies to skull and bones. I communicate with the other side, open portals, no cell phones. You are the power, why second guess, never think twice. I went from was to was, now I'm Charles Wise. So high, high as a zeppelin, dazed and confused. I'm God incarnated, no El Hakim or Druze.
There's a devil and an angel in my head. When I was fighting the war, the devil was huge and the angel was tiny. When I started to repent, the angel grew and the devil became very small. Small, but he's a stubborn bastard. He gives me bad advice, but my little angel says to me, no, don't listen to that bastard. Anything can happen, like someone upsetting me, for example, and I think about crushing that son of a bitch. The devil says to me, do it. But my little angel says, remember, you're out on bail, there are cameras. Freedom is wonderful, so be careful. I struggle because there's good and evil in everyone. God gave us free will to choose good or evil.
Peace to the Pixel T, Misael, Only the Wise, Christos, and Kimba. What's good? I played this yesterday, but I'm going to play it again real quick. I found this lady's channel, and she has some good stuff.
You know, there was a time they used to call us the people of the sun. Then they said we were sun worshipers back in the day. But we wasn't worshiping no sun. You done took the U, capped it off and put an O, and now you got us all worshiping your son. You know, back in the day, they told us that the body was the temple. That's your church, and God live in you. But now they want you to worship some God outside yourself, living up in the sky, sitting on the throne with a bunch of naked babies around it. Y'all seen them pictures they drew of God up there with all them babies with no clothes on, with no mama around? Makes you wonder. But let me ask you something, baby. Let me tell you, as long as you don't think God live in you and live outside you,
Damn, she was about to go in too. I'm gonna have to find I'm gonna have to get the link, not find. Get the link to the whole video and put it. I had an elder lady. I've talked about her. That lady right there reminds me of this lady, Miss L. She ran the parole unit when I was forgot what they used to call them places. They put you in detention centers. I don't know what happened. They used to have in Connecticut, Hartford Detention Center. I don't know if they still have them. It's a prison for when you're a youth, and they put me in one of these places for 2 years. And Miss L was running it, and she was just like this woman right here. Sat me down plenty of times and dropped a lot of jewels. And I'm just grateful that I was open-minded and didn't forget them. Could learn a lot from elders. Just remember, they lived a life already. Oh, it's Yolanda. Okay. Hold on. What did I miss? The tree of life looks exactly like, yeah, from micro to macro. That's one of my favorite sayings. As above, so below. From micro to macro. As within, so without. It's all the same. Yeah, that's the true tree of life. It's in the woman. The cross could be the crossroads or the woman's reproduction. I don't think these stories in these books, most of them aren't meant to be taken literal. They're coded. These people spoke in code. Because I found out reading that book, and I kind of agree with it. And I looked it up. I looked into it. He said the Hebrew word for sin is shin. And it doesn't, when they say you're born into sin, you are. Hold on. Let me get it right before. So, shin in Hebrew, or sin in English, right, means to be born. I just had it. All right, when they say you're born into sin, you are, because you're born with the lack of knowledge. You fell short of knowledge. And that's why, you know, they always say you're living in sin, and it's because you're hiding, they're hiding the truth. You know, you're living with the lack of knowledge. That's what shin means in Hebrew, the lack of knowledge. Sin, shin. But they, from what the guy was saying, the author, I forgot his name, George Carey, if I'm not mistaken, was explaining that the Hebrew word for sin is shin, and they misinterpreted it. They lie to you and tell you the other way. I mean, but in a way, it's kind of like not lying. What's up, Kimbo?
Good morning to you.
What do you think about that, Kimbo? About the word sin. In Hebrew, it's shin. It's spelled S-C-H-I-N. It sounds the same, but sin in Hebrew means to fall short of knowledge. Not to which makes sense.
To fall short of knowledge would be a sin.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's in chapter 3 of the book. I gotta edit the video. I'll put it out today.
Instead of like ignorance, sin. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Because the Bible was written in what? People say Hebrew or Greek, but I heard this alleged Jesus guy didn't even speak Hebrew. I forgot what it was called, man, the language. But anyway, you know, all this stuff is coded anyway, all these books that they use. I mean, it's clear as day that the Bible and the system are the one and the same. And you know, remember I played that video, Kimba, you know, and I appreciate every freaking picture I put out, every video. Kimba's there, always leaving a comment, always putting the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I put that short video of X-Files when the lady said, how do you know, how do you predict the future? And he goes, you predict the future by planning it out, or something like that. This is short from the X-Files movie, I think. It's because they, you know, anyone could say anything, and then 10 years later, what you said plays out because someone played it out, and he'd be like, he predicted the future. Anyone could do that, man. It's simple.
Yeah. I remember that clip, yeah. Everything always comes out.
I mean, they talk. I got a book I found from 1944 that talks about digital money. That's what I mean. I like a lot of these old books that were written in the 20s and 30s because they talk about stuff now, and it's like that's 100 years in advance. These people are, you know, they plan hundreds of years ahead. And we don't even know what we're eating for fucking breakfast tomorrow. So that's why they continuously win.
And then they cleverly disguise it as what, Charles? They call it, when you watch that stuff back in the day, like those movies, they called it what? Fiction.
Yeah,
fiction, remember?
Science fiction.
Yeah, all fiction. When it's actually truth, that just hasn't happened yet. Oh, yeah.
Fiction and stuff is usually truth, and truth is usually fucking lies. The truth is a theory, like the globe. They regurgitate theories, but the truth is the lie for the most part. It's like that. Starting to see that, or things are upside down all the time or backwards. Like I was looking into the
yeah.
What's this guy's channel's name? I was watching him yesterday. I gotta look it up now. Hold on.
How's everyone doing in chat? Everyone's doing good? Good. I can feel it from here. We hear what we want to, says Can a Dummy. Mark just makes silly emojis. Yolanda's got such a cute name. I like that. The Pixel T. Oh no. Show me your papers. You need to show me your papers. All right. Now we got two Chuckies.
The hell? Those are two people up here. Me.
I don't know. That's what me be wondering over here. Yep, okay. I thought I was going to get two Chuckies. Damn. I'm disappointed.
What? Which one's which here? All right. As I was saying, what was I saying? I got interrupted by someone knocking at the door. Damn it, man.
You were going to look.
And then I got booted out. Oh, thank you. Mind Unveiled. Yeah, the guy's channel's Mind Unveiled. He has this video on the Cabbage Patch Kids. And I think it's funny how, or it's interesting how they had them cards. But those were the Garbage Pail Kids. And then they had the Cabbage Patch Kid dolls. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it's crazy how they have the Children of the Corn, the Cabbage Patch Kids. And I mentioned those two labels in my my newest rhyme that you might hear soon.
So what do you think what do you think is that? What do you think that's the significance of that? The creepy kids.
There's something to it, because who's ever seen them scary movies where, I don't remember what type of scary movie, but they were planting people in the garden and stuff would grow. They would murder someone. Oh, that word, I can't use that. I forgot. They would take someone out. Yeah, I don't know why you can't use this word. And what do they do? Do they email people a list of words you can't use if you're monetized, right? they email you a list every month of what you can't use this word and now. Oh my God, this newer world is soft, man. Everything's racist and disrespectful. It's fucking crazy. You can't use that word.
Yeah, the thing with the kids, though, I'm wondering. You try to make them seem creepy, evil.
Yeah. I forgot the movie that I watched that. Yeah, they were taking out people and planting them in the garden up to their head. There's so many, like, descriptions of, like, if you look into the Cabbage Patch Kids, Orphan Trains, like Faceplant said, the Little Rascals, something happened, man. Now, people say they could be genetically created. Okay. And then people say, well, my grandparents' parents, my great grandparents, can't remember who their parents were, right? Or and that you know, if that's true, that's odd to me too. Maybe they did. Now, as far as them being created in a lab, did anyone ever think that maybe these people were stealing children because they were annihilating the parents and taking the children? A lot of people got to make things like all spooky and stuff, or you know, it's a possibility the children were created in a lab, or they were stolen. They don't know their parents because they were stolen at such a young age. I don't know.
That makes me think of the song. You ever heard of that song, Charles, called Hunger Strike from Temple of the Dog? The farming babies, the slaves are all working. I'm going hungry. They actually say, and the farming babies and the slaves are all working. Yeah, it's Temple of the Dog, Hunger Strike. I always think of a song with stuff.
It's an interesting topic. Peace Mark Basket, Faceplant, Michigander. Who else came in? Jack's Dreaming. Peace to everybody. I don't know what to think on that topic. It's a very, you know, genetic manipulation might be a strong possibility. And even in the Bible, when this God said, took a rib and created someone, that's, you know, when you look at it on this Marvel comic superhero magic, it is just foolery to me. But when you look at it as a genetic way, like in a laboratory, with them creating people, even with artificial wombs and all that, that's a possibility. People don't know how long whoever's running the show, how long they've been here, how long have they had underground laboratories and home bases, and how many times this place has been reset, and all these theories until we can prove them. And another thing I was thinking about, think of an oven. If there's a dome, right, some sort of dome, whether it's energy or physical, right, the sun, if they could heat the sun up, right, I think about the deserts and how the frick they melted stuff. Besides direct energy weapons and stuff, which that's another strong possibility. The sun heats up hot enough, you know, we would cook like an oven because we're enclosed. The sun got hot enough, it would cook everything, for the fact that we are closed in. It's a closed system. Peace, Kismet.
Which would probably, yeah, I don't know. White House is so far away.
Melting brick is very interesting to me. And now, the other, you know, as far as direct energy weapons doing it, it didn't do it in Maui, but it melted those rims. But it didn't melt the street that it was on. You know who made a good point with that. So what the hell melted bricks? It takes a lot of heat to melt bricks, considering bricks are used for fire and stuff, and yet not even a fire can melt that. You know, you could pour gasoline on it and light it, it won't melt it. You can, what would burn hot enough to melt brick? People say lasers, but the laser didn't even damage the ground or anything. So
yeah, a lot
someone
of those
give
fires
me an
don't make
idea.
sense because they show the houses burning. They don't show the docks burning. They show the trees still readily green, you know. To me, that only says one thing in my eyes. Laser weapon. If you're targeting certain areas that are burning up and the places around it are not burning, you know, like you said, what would melt this or that? To me, that only screams out one thing. It's a weapon. Laser, whatever they're using. Focusing only on
Man,
certain areas, you know?
if we took it would just be a sight to take these people to court, because evidence is everything in court. Like, especially for that incident in September of '01. You know, there's so much evidence that could put these people away, but we have yet to challenge these people in the court. The evidence is so heavy and strong that, you know, it's just lining the people up. It's hard. We can prove what happened, but it's about proving who, you know. That's the harder part. You know, there's evidence to lock someone up, but who, you know, we have to, you know, we have ideas of who done it. Because it's not a forest fire. Neither was that September event. All you could take pictures from the 1800 Chicago fires. Those weren't fires.
Look, Charles, look at the comments there. Look at the comments towards the end. Because that water turns steam in the process. It blurs things, smoke on the water. Yeah, Yolanda's talking about the California. Michigander's up. Yeah, Michigander's up here to show us his papers. Where's your papers? Just kidding.
You read the papers, you can't be seen.
I
recycle. Do you?
I had to mess with you.
Hey,
Okay.
they said I believe they just did the same thing to Argentina they did to Maui.
When did this happen?
Shortly after Maui. They're keeping it really hush. Also there was Marine dude that posted a link on Fedbook and another place that said that there was dudes had pulled up on them what do they call them, marine rafts that y'all use? What? Them skiffs? They call them skiffs? Amphibious. Yeah, service members and retired military pulled up on Maui and started arresting sheriffs and stuff for treason, and they immediately hushed it.
They should be arrested.
Yeah, something
There's so
about
much proof.
Yep, they arrested the Marine dudes. The op dudes started taking phones and stuff that were recording. They started arresting sheriffs and stuff, and that was the last thing I heard.
Well, I mean, only a person with common sense would see when they said the police were blocking the roads off and telling them they couldn't leave, and the cops are saying they're getting commands from the chief. I mean, that's criminal activity, now letting people leave when there's a fire and trapping them in there. That's homicide right there.
We're going to see a big downhill event. Everybody down to our governor here is going to be strung up for that stuff. You're watching a big show. If people haven't gathered that by now, I do not know what to tell you.
Yeah, I would rather hold them accountable myself. It'd be a joy to see their head roll.
I agree. I have a link I'm going to send you. Please pass it around. It's very important. You'll understand when you get it.
I got some fire bud. Every time I blaze up, man, I get stoned. I'm fucking Zoned out.
Zoned out. Yeah, well, sometimes it's good because we overthink, Charles, you know, overthink so much. It really is. And it's nice sometimes just to take a little relaxation, you know, because we go diving so deep and want the answers and this and that, and you know, we get mad at the system, and you know, it's like we want things to happen now. we know life don't work that way, so it's like, you know, I know I like to take a break from thinking. But I never thought about that creepy kid thing. I'm glad you brought that up. The creepy kid activity. About, like you said, the children of the corn. I'm over here wondering, because you still got me thinking about that. I'm wondering because, you know, I go deep. I go very deep too. I'm like, they want to make people scared of kids? Do they want to make them seem evil? But in reality, quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Or is there another meaning to it? You know? I don't know.
Yeah, I used to like that movie, Children of the Corn.
I did too.
There's always meanings behind a lot of stuff. Even in movies, books. You know, they like to say, oh, it's for the entertainment. But, you know, I get it. Some entertainment is pointless. It's just that, entertainment. But some entertainment is really like coded for something that really happened.
Okay, look at the chat. Again, look at the chat. Okay. Children given to the Matrix by their parents, born without the parents having dreams for the future. Ooh.
I think those children are either given or taken. We're still doing it to this day. To this day, it's still being done. And I think they use the underground for a lot of their transactions and movements, because it's rarely ever caught up here. What better way to do it than underground? No one will see you. You can move around. Everything is on camera. You know, to try to get under there, you'll be caught right away. They'll know someone's entering, and just maybe that's why there's a war going on underground. I don't know.
That would make a lot of sense, though, right? If whoever, I'm just gonna say whatever, wants to get away with it, bring them underground, and then whatever they do, oh my. Uncomfortable brings growth. Yes, like that. The child would be acorn to the oak tree parent and will sprout and grow with the parent's dream.
I question history, period. Like, even the Civil War. What was that really about? Because in all them cities that caught fire, off of simple research, you could find out that a fire is not going to take down city like San Francisco fire. They said a fire burned that entire city down. No way. No fucking way. When you start looking at those old pictures, it's the same as California, Maui, and all that. There's freaking trees where the fire, this alleged tree fire, there's still trees, but the house is burnt down. What's going on? You know? It's common sense. Children,
You can break that spell by remembering your dreams. I could barely remember my dreams.
REM makes me. Isn't there something called REM sleep or something?
Realm sleep. Yep.
No, it's REM sleep. Something like that. I think it's REM sleep.
Oh, REM.
Or REM Ember.
Remember. Oh. Yes, REM is a key. Yeah, me and Kismet were just talking earlier about certain things. Okay, REM sleep. It is, Mark. REM sleep. Okay. Hey, realist. Where's realist?
You collect your REM fractals.
Realm. Yeah. Oh, okay. The L is in REM. Realm. Okay, and the L is the key. Ooh. Yeah, because I listen to all those healing waves at night. The theta waves, you know, for lucid dreaming, you know, astral traveling, all those to get in touch with certain things. And they work by, they do something. REM, rapid eye movement. Okay.
Peace, McCoy. The realist McCoy.
Don't be shy, Kismet. Yeah.
Damn. Ever since you know who timed out what was that guy's name? He never came back. Damn, what was his name?
Where do you keep going, Faceplant?
Trying to think of that dude's name. Anyway, he used to blow the chat up with some good stuff, he would say. But you know who was like, you know, you ain't saying that. You're copy and pasting from Google, right? And
He said that to him? Is that what he said?
yeah,
Did he say
the
it
guy would
oh.
Anuki, yeah. And I've seen Anuki on other platforms.
Oh, he timed him out? Really? Oh, he says good stuff, but yeah.
I've offered Anuki to come up and talk about you know, I know it aggravates some people. I get it, man. You know, like if you're constantly typing one after the other, after the other, after the other, it was literally back to back to back to back to back. And then it would be like 9 of his, and then the next person talking to the guy or the girl. Nine, you know, you got to scroll through 9 things to get to the other people speaking, you know. But
yeah, but
I've
see that
never
kid
met Anuki, so I don't know him. I got nothing bad to say about him except his insane typing skills.
I was gonna say that's, you know, if people have information and they want to get it out to me, if no one else is typing in the chat, because, you know, let's face it, a lot of people are observers, you know, they want to hear or listen in.
Yeah.
You have people that have knowledge and they want to put it out there. I'm like, go for it. But maybe he was taking it the wrong way. So who hasn't come back? Is it you know who, or you not? And I can't say the name.
Oh, Anuki.
Anuki? Oh.
Yeah. That was his name, Anuki. You know who did, McCoy.
Yeah.
I never met him. I never spoke to him, or I always just let him type. Like,
yeah.
I don't I don't let small shit like that really bother me. I could see if like they were like swearing or you know, attacking someone.
Yeah, being rude. Exactly.
Well, I
But
stand by freedom of speech. I'm not gonna opinions and all that. Someone could be telling me I don't agree with nothing you say, Chuck. Fuck that. You know, that's fine.
oh well, yeah. It helps keep your chat going too, you know, because he might anyone, let me say anyone could put a rant like Kismet in there because I do the same thing. I will go on a chat and I start just, you know, typing away what I want. Sometimes I hold back, sometimes I don't. Especially if no one else is in the chat and you see like people watching. I'm just over here like, okay, they're all well, since they're all just gonna be on standby. I go back to like my school days. I'm like, everyone's just gonna sit by like this. Okay, I'm gonna jump up like I normally do in class because I was always the one that was like, "Oh, you all know everything," and you're the okay. Well, good for you. I don't. Hello, you know. So when I do the same thing in chat, I'm like, no one's talking. Okay, here goes what I think or know, and then sometimes it might draw people out, you know, and talk more. That's my little perspective on it, you know.
I think
So
everybody should start germinating a seed and keep track and share your progress of the plant growing. We must resurrect out of your DNA working the earth. All of our ancestors did it. And I agree with what McCoy says. You know, I was a little stoned yesterday, so I wasn't saying much, but I'm stoned now, so hey. But I got stoned like Jesus did. It's heavy. People should plant the seed for sure, man. Mother Earth is the true God. You put anything in the earth, it's gonna grow. Not anything, seeds. I mean, shit. Plant. You can cut a plant. Cut its branch off, plant the branch in water, and it'll grow, son.
yeah.
Or stem is what I mean. I've seen people take a piece, a stick, cut it, and then somehow connect it to another. I think it was another tree. It might have been different, or whatever, and it would grow into it and connect. Like trees are the ultimate, I think, healer for the body. Look, they spray all that garbage, and yet what survives it all always? The plants. The plants know how to filter. I think I heard a guy say the roots of plants can filter out the toxins for the most part that are in the ground. It'll filter out all and take all the good stuff.
Grafting.
Yeah, plants, man. Plant. Yeah, there you go. Grafting. Yes.
Yeah.
Plants are amazing. You know, when plants, I never forget when I broke a thing off a tree. My mother told me, don't do that. It was a live tree. I was always taught to get sticks from dead trees in the woods. Don't cut down, small trees or trees that are alive. They have a right to live. They have feelings. I used to think my mother was crazy, but through my trials and tribulations of life, I realized she's right.
Right, you would think that if you heard someone say, "Hey, the tree has feelings," I used to think that too. But yep, it's so true, so true.
Peace, mindful exposures, and Elkamos 83.
Oh,
Why wouldn't the tree? They say trees hold memory.
Yeah, like we do. Yep.
Yeah. So the tree's alive. Why
But
wouldn't it feel it?
when you don't know that when you're younger, you know, like you said, you hear it. Like when I first heard it, I was like, really? They have feelings? Okay. And you start to learn about it. You're like, oh, okay. Hey, faceplant. Oh,
Interesting stuff.
faceplant. Faceplant keep coming and going. What's wrong, buddy? You got a connection issue?
Yeah. He said he piggybacks off of internet down the street from him, I think.
Oh, okay.
So if that's the case, you should get in this car, reverse that piece down to, you know, a house away from, and sit in this car for 15 minutes. That's what I would do.
Fake, isn't it? Gives faceplant a whole new meaning. Hey, maggot. Yes, maggot. I agree.
Thank you, Alchemos83. Yeah, it sucks though, man, that these policies, right? Life's funny to me, man, because first they say you have free will, which means, you know, you should pretty much, and then you got the system that has rules. So not only you got this God in the clouds or wherever, right? The creator's everything, if you really want to look at it, the source or whatever, but they created this God in a book that sets all these laws. Then you got to follow your mother's laws. Then you got to follow the system's laws. But anyway, I forgot my point. And see, smoking weed isn't good. All these damn laws.
I gotta make me new coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, I forgot my point of why.
My coffee's empty.
That's why I got mad for a second. I'm like, damn, what the hell was my point? I forgot of why I was talking about the laws. Free will. You know, it's the system reminds me of the Bible. Like you got this God yelling at you to follow laws that the God don't even follow. It's just like the government. They got us following laws they definitely don't follow. They're the ones breaking it the most. And it's you see if you can't use common sense and see that we're being screwed here, I don't know what to say anymore. You know, everything to people is a conspiracy, this, a conspiracy, that. People say the truth's in plain sight. You know, I agree with that to an extent, but I look at it more now as them just throwing it in our face. That's how I look at it, like a slap in the face. Like, there's no coincidences, man. The Simpsons didn't put direct energy weapons. They used the sun, though, which you know, there's truth in that too. Because if you look, you can find. I showed pictures of the technology that they were drawing on paper back. They were using sun and mirrors and all types of shit to sunlight and burn ships and all types of stuff with directing the sunlight. So The Simpsons showed the sunlight burning everything in its path. That's crazy. And then them dudes got set free from jail. It burned a hole into the prison. I put the short video in my shorts on my channel. And I show the picture of an alleged DEW. It's in my short videos, but is it real? I don't know. I'm not gonna, say it's real because I don't know. I didn't take that picture, but it looks like it for sure. But it could be CGI too. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a clip from a movie. Yeah, that's what everyone should do, man. I'm gonna do it today too. No, I can't. I gotta get soil. I'm not just gonna use soil from outside. Like, I seen a video of a guy in Florida. He was using, I forgot what he was using, man. I think it was, I know he put scraps of like fruit he didn't eat from his fruit, all the peels, and then he had a bucket and he was creating good rich soil for his plants. I forgot what he was using. I think it was but anyway, the point is mulch is what he was calling it. I try to watch different growers videos and get tips, and then I'm gonna have to learn through trial and error. I mean, these people, I like watching this guy that knows all these different types of wood. He has his own like channel and he makes stuff out of wood, but he's making a map. I don't know if it's the world, but he's on North America right now. And he's going to every state. He'll use a piece of wood that the state tree. So I thought that was creative. And to learn all these different type of woods and what they're good for, he makes fucking, he was smoking the wood and making ice cream with it, and using plants to make teas and slushies. The dude is crazy, man. You know how to use Mother Earth. That's what mind state I'm trying to plug into. These people want to be digital and trapped in hell forever. I just want to take the natural cycle. How much practice you get with that instrument? Oh, Larry's cow.
I'm too lazy.
What do you mean? Play the instrument? You don't have to go nowhere. It's
Yeah.
all lung power.
That's
You could do
That's the
anything and play an
scapegoat.
instrument. I try not to always stay on this phone. Got a lot of bees. Bees are good. There's a guy up the road in the next town. They sell fresh honey. Might have to buy some. Damn it. I want Faceplant to create a song using that instrument. You're supposed to master your craft. You're supposed to master your craft like Bruce Lee mastering Kung Fu. You're supposed to master anything you touch and put your mind to. If you have that attitude, you can do anything. You know, if I'm gonna do Kung Fu, I'm going all out. There's a lot to learn in fighting. It's not just about defeating the person. Kimba disappeared. Rest in peace, the Dark Chameleon, man. I was trying to look for his channel.
I noticed a plain truth channel is terminated. I don't know if the guy died or what.
Plain Truth?
Yeah,
I've heard of that channel.
15 channel is terminated. I don't know if he died or what. Jamie Lee.
Man, you know, I don't know. These people, I heard phones can be used as a weapon, man. It puts off some sort of I don't know how true that is.
Sure.
But
absolutely. That's the
they
reason
can
why
let off these signals.
That's why they give me free phone. It's a fucking weapon. That's what it is.
Because the guy put something, he showed the phone, he put a meter next to it. Shit was going crazy. And then he moved far away and it was still going crazy. And he was showing the phone. That thing's always lit up and on in your pocket. And that's near where? Your reproductive area, your brain. You're holding it. This generation is taught self-destruction, man. That's self-destruction has become a part of everyone's culture. That's all they teach and present is a bunch of traps, man. It's like walking through a minefield. Bears are awesome. If yeah, it's crazy. Faceplant, even when Bex came up the other day, it gave me some sort of I don't know, I want to call it a warning, but it let me know that because of her account it was causing the echoes, like kind of letting me know ahead of time. And I'm like, damn. I think
Did it do that with me?
StreamYard got hit with Pegasus. Did
Did it do
people?
something when I came up?
No, it echoes. It does that when a lot of people come up. Now, you know, it's I don't get it, but maybe it's because there's more than one line on here and it does that. I don't know. It is a phone call, regardless, like a phone call. But my whole thing was I was thinking about Pegasus, Operation Pegasus. Now that it might not be called Operation Pegasus, but I was reading the other day about Pegasus. It's a program for computers that the government uses, and it's like a way they get information from phones. They could send you a text, an email, and all you know. For the most part, all they have to do is get your phone number, and you're fucked.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Hey, the other day, I was watching the TV, and my own voice came through the TV with something I said on a chat. It was really creepy. I was hearing my own voice coming through the TV, and I don't have cable. I just have the antenna, but it's a smart TV. So I think the TV was
Bluetooth.
communicating with the phone, and it was feeding my own voice back to me. Man, that was creepy.
What?
Yeah, you can with these phones. You can synchronize your phone and your laptop, your TV and your phone. Trust me, you could sync stuff. So through Bluetooth, the government might be able to go into all your devices by. That's crazy, bro.
I didn't have Bluetooth on, and I did not sync the phone with the TV. It did it by itself. The devices are communicating with each other.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, remember growing up, TVs weren't like in everyone's, and everyone didn't have a TV. Now when you go into people's houses, they got a TV in their bathroom, in every room. Fucking TVs are a dime a dozen, just like phones now. Think about that, man. You could hook up to all these things with Bluetooth. You could synchronize your phone and all this stuff, man. Like, privacy is gone.
You know, I had some surveillance cameras, some wired surveillance cameras. So I hook them up to the TV, and now you can't get wired surveillance cameras. Everything's wireless. You can't even buy a wire surveillance camera now. You could plug them into your TV with RCA jacks.
Wow.
You can't even buy those now. It has to be wireless.
That makes me think about house phones compared to cell phones. Anything that's wireless, they could hack it and get into it easier. Because if it's like more or less wired in your house and stuff, that's your own home security, you know. It's not. It's harder to hack into than if something's wireless, you know. It's all. So, man, these people. That's crazy. Wireless is the way to go. Well, wireless camera. I mean, wireless is the way to go. To have your stuff with wires is the way to go. My fault. Go ahead, Facebook.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the Wi-Fi works better when there's snow on everything. There's snow on my truck now, so it reflects the Wi-Fi signal better. Yesterday it was crap because there was no snow. Now it's snow and it works better.
Peace to the Rebuttal Bar, Tony Taylor, Maggot. I love that name, man. Maggot. I like saying maggot. Dirty maggot. Salute to everybody.
Should I say
Charlotte's
something
Web.
crazy? Can I say something crazy out loud? This is something that just ran through my head as don't think any differently of me, people. No, just kidding. Like I care. Anyways, imagine if everything's connected, right? If they got the speakers connected to this and that, the TVs and the refrigerators. Okay, now, what if there's a main switch or controller on the other end? And they decide, I don't know, they want to make it do something, control it themselves. We no longer have control of it. Then what happens? What does it turn into? We actually have stepped into the movies. Like the Twilight Zone, literally. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's
Twilight Zone was real shit.
What's that movie from Will Smith with all the robots? Remember? They were all jumping
around. Oh, iRobot.
iRobot. We're gonna turn into. Oh, damn. Okay, I just thought I'd throw that out.
Probably. That's what they want. Ow.
That ain't gonna happen. Not on my watch.
System is an infection. That's why it's called a system.
That'd be crazy.
The system is a cancer. Physically, psychologically. Huh? Let me look into that. Where were these fires again? He said, what country was that? Kimba, you don't remember what Michigander said?
The country? No.
Yeah, that was on that. He said, caught fire like Maui.
Oh, I must have walked away. I had to walk away, I guess. I didn't hear him. Like that box and Transformer. Yeah, like that box and Transformer. That's what I always think of.
That's good synchronization.
Right?
Because I say the same thing. When I first started learning about aligning Saturn's cube with Mecha, my first thought was GameCube. It was a little square box GameCube. All the video games, but that one looked like a box for sure.
Yeah, exactly, Kismet. For those that can be fixed, who are willing to. I just got out of my Saturday.
People say chat rooms are nothing new, right? I've heard this. I was watching some video and this was said. And the guy, I forgot what year, but he said with video games, they've been having chat rooms since, because I remember the first, you could hook the internet up to a PS1? No, was it PS1 or PS2?
They're almost the same. So, well, just type it off, you know.
I still have a PS2. I'm gonna go look. I think it has the internet. Now, that could have either been added in reproduction after the, but I'm pretty sure, which means the internet is just like a phone line. Same, you know, I'm starting to think, you know how they have like the Ethernet and all this shit. I just think it's one signal. That's my opinion, man. I think it's one line or signal or whatever. I think having the lot at wiring is better to me. It's more of a clear, direct transfer compared to these pinging towers. And that's why I think they use microwaves, which is going to destroy everything. Why are they putting so many towers and satellite dishes all over everywhere? You know, and when I seen the expansion of this, I thought first a weapon, man. Like, if it's microwaves, all these different towers are microwaving. I mean, it can't be good at all.
No. Especially if we already know what frequencies do to our body, you know? If you're already aware
It's a
of
silent weapon, man. A silent weapon.
Yeah.
You know,
Silent and slow.
pay attention to your animals, man. Animals be knowing. I don't know. They're on a whole nother level, yo. Like, animals are connected to. They know when it's gonna rain ahead of time.
Oh, you can definitely, like, I noticed with my pets lately, Charles, I can tell what certain frequencies are hitting because I will catch them sitting somewhere in my room or somewhere and they're stuck looking like in the corner of a wall, or they're stuck looking, and I'll be like, and I gotta go back, hey, okay, you know, run down a little because I get like stuck in a trance and get like confused and they don't even know like where to walk or move, and I'm like, damn, I don't like that shit at all, you know. And then once I start rubbing, I'm like, hey, okay. Then they're like, okay, they kind of snap out of it, and I'm like, wow, yeah. So it's kind of like even the animals are getting stuck like birds on a wire. Your cats, dogs, yeah, it's I mean, not like that. So you gotta help them come do, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's something about. I put that post on my community page, man, about the stars and the colors of the eyes and the different colors of the stars. Because, you know, it was said that the windows, I mean, your eyes are windows. They're taking in light, and they're like portals, your eyes, for light. And for some reason, it made me think about stars.
Light in the windows of the eyes to the soul. So yes, light. That's why I'm a firm believer. When I talk to people, I like to see eyes. I'm a big eye observer. I have to see the eyes. Even if I'm on a panel, even if I'm on a stream and I'm here like this, and someone's sitting here like this, I have a big thing with the eyes because I know I got bags under my eyes. Excuse me, people. I have a thing with the eyes, and I can look at eyes, and I could tell by your eyes, you liar. Oh, you're hurt, or you're, you know, I read that. So I have a thing with the eyes because they are the window to the soul. I can tell by looking through someone's eyes if like they're alert, like they got love in them, or they're like, oh, or they're shut down, or they're mean, or they're evil, you know. So I have a thing with the eyes. Yes. You tell a lot by the eyes.
I think it was Soama or someone said we're taking shape of our frequency. You know, our body is a cymatic, taking shape of the frequency.
Oh.
I was like, man, that was a freaking atomic grenade launch.
Oh.
Drop the bomb. That was deep.
Especially.
I think it was Soama.
Especially, was it? Okay, especially.
A long time ago.
I hate to do this, but I have to show it. Especially if a lot of people are aware that we're supposed to be breathing differently now. We're supposed to be breathing differently. Back in the day, we had to go, and when you breathe, you sucked in your belly and then exhaled. Now when you breathe, and the medical system will not tell you about it, doctors will not, a lot of people will not tell you about it. Now when you breathe, you gotta, when you inhale, you push your belly out now. You push your belly out. So you go, your belly goes out, and then you exhale normally, and it's pushing oxygen out to those cells and that DNA in our body that has not been activated all along. And if you're still breathing the old way, you're not getting that activated. So like for me, when I started to learn that a few months ago, I started breathing that way, and your body can be in complete pain. That just shows how much we're changing and evolving. Your body can be in complete pain and like breaking down. But as soon as you go in that breathing tactic, when you start pushing your belly out, you're pushing oxygen out, and you get all that pain and pressure out and off your body. And then all of a sudden you're moving around like fluid again. It's amazing stuff. But a lot of people don't know about that, because when you panic, get upset, mad, any of that, we're very quick to do what? We don't breathe. We normally do that. So I like that Soana said that, because we got to get that oxygen out into our bodies so it's not dormant. That's what's going to keep us going. Because if you're like this, slouched over, doing this all these years, this is what I believe, why people's organs are failing. Their lungs are collapsing from us sitting over like this, supposed to be sitting up, just doing this and all that. And this is why I believe a lot of people are getting sick and things are happening and people are dying, because all their stuff is starting to cave in from, let's see, all the bad food we ate, all the stuff. You know, I could go on and on, but the point being, we should be breathing differently. And no one tells us that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be
life is a breath, man. If you couldn't breathe, you would die. So
and
water.
Our nervous system, we're supposed to be resetting our nervous system too. Check that out. Our nervous system. You know that little thing they like to say, you're getting on my nerves, man. You're getting on my nerves, okay? Remember all this time going on in our lives and everything they've hit us with? Guess what? It hit our nerves all over the place. Now there's stuff out there where you've got to actually reset, and it's called your vagus nerve system. A lot of people don't even know what the vagus nerve or the vagus nerve is. And there's exercises to do it, because a lot of people's nervous systems are breaking down and failing them. So that's like something else I've been working. It's like we're having to heal and fix ourselves without any help, because they're not going to help you, because they don't want us to know that information. Because why? They make money off of dead people. Right. That's sick. I hate to say that, but yes, I'm sorry. I wanted to share that. Yeah.
Kismet said, why so many fires? And Charles, you're a fire sign. And somebody, I started thinking about, I am an Aries, but I've elevated to the point where, you ever read horoscopes, right? Which anyone could make those up. But the things they depict at each sign, I can I connect with all the signs. I am all the signs. I know we're born at a certain time. I get it and all that, but we're always under all the stars, taking energy from all of them.
Wait a minute. Does that mean every sign is in? Because I know when you say that, Charles, I know like for Capricorn, I have a little bit of each sign in my chart too. Does that go for every sign? Every sign eventually has a little bit of each planet in them. That sounds weird. I know. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. Would each sign have a little bit of each planet in them?
I gotta look into that. That's a good question. I'm starting to think now, do planets go under all 12 zodiacs? Do they end up, I gotta look into that, or do they move with a,
Maybe,
do they stay, like, they might wander, but stay within a certain zodiac and move with it on its 360, whatchamacallit, journey around Polaris, right? So
it has to. Yeah.
I'm gonna look that
It
up. That's
might.
a good question.
Yeah, because you said it. I know in my chart I got a little bit of all the signs. So, and if you believe that, the planets are like another form of like the chakras in our body, what happens with our chakras? They work on lining themselves up.
I look right now.
Yeah.
I have an app where you could put stars. Just look up Google stars over wherever you live, right? You put the city and the state and time, and the thing will come up where you can point your phone up at the sky, wherever you are, and just look directly above you and see what stars are right above you anytime. It's mapped out. And the only way you could do that is if you are in an enclosed system that's not moving. People don't. How are you going to map stars if you're flying through space? These. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Look, Tony put corresponding to each color ray vibration, chakras of density. Yeah. All good comments, everybody.
Because anyone ever heard of the sun is in the house of the lion, which is Leo? Now, I don't. That's interesting. I don't know if the sun stays in the house of Leo or is it at the starting point, but we'll look into that. I think for the most part, planets travel through all 12, but I could be wrong.
I'm having a feeling, yeah. I'm having a deep, deep feeling each sign has a little bit of all the other signs in them.
I'm gonna align with the stars this way, Kimba. You should try this. Wherever you sit most of the time, or one day you have free, use that app or website or whatever it is. I think it's a website, and it's easy. You just put stars over where you live, like I said. And I'm gonna do it for an experiment. I want to see what stars are directly over me in 24 hours. How much it moves. Does it make it a complete cycle around and come back? Let me see. I'm gonna use it right now and see what.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I love to experiment things.
I'm gonna see right now what's above me. Stars over
Mm.
Let's see.
I just saw one of your comments, Charles, on one of my videos. Yeah.
Come on.
Mm.
Yeah, November 16th, 10:37 a.m. Yep, the star directly above me while I'm sitting in my house is Bootes. It's spelled
It's
Booties. That's what it looks like. Yeah, Bootes. I don't. It looks like a fish. The star system. It said Booties. Press it.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'll show you how it's spelled. What you trying to say? I'm booty?
I'm bootylicious. I'm bootylicious, right?
What are you doing? It's spelled. Oh.
Okay.
This is how it's spelled.
Moon constellation. Okay.
That's how it's spelled. I put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Boot. Oh, with the little height thing over it. Okay. Booty. That sounds like little boots for a kitten, you know? Booties. Yeah. Oh, we're and face, and I'm talking about cats. It's
And then Canes.
Booties. You can't make that up, right? You can't make that up.
Canes. Benetisi. Ursa Major. I always see Ursa Major. That's the Lynx, Cancer.
The cat constellation. That's where Kismet says she's from, the cat constellation. Puss in Boots. That's right. Puss in Boots. That's what I was thinking of. Puss in Booties. Yeah.
I think you could create your own reality, man. Don't let the system hand you a reality. This is an experience you're supposed to have within yourself. This whole thing's an experience, and I feel like you're born into a system, and they hand you your reality. They tell you that's what indoctrination camps are for.
And you have to know how to create your reality, right? Like you have to exactly know. Like, you know, you have to know where to put your energy at. This is my thoughts. You have to know where to put your energy at, how to keep your vibration high, how to, you know, things like that to create your reality. Because I can say, you know, I want to create this and that, and your intentions behind it. You know, there's a lot of little things I'm learning, you know. Your intentions behind it.
The system, I thought one day, I'm like, damn, people put the religion, right? People is put that we don't even know. Like they celebrate these people on these holidays, right? These holy days. And they're all put above your own mother and father who gave you life. And the system feeds you these idols and these false fucking garbage. All these deities that are put above the two people who gave you life, the portal you came through. Nothing the system gives you should be put above your mother and father. Nothing. They take the whole.
All right.
The system tears that down, and they want you to have fucking Sky Daddy and the Lord, and they want you to bow and give your energy to these evil people. All these people, they celebrate all these days of death and all this shit and these holidays, right? They're always glorifying evil and all this shit. It's evil when you break it down, but it's painted nice.
Yeah. Holidays always represent the 7 sins.
Yeah, I was talking about that one day, man. Yeah. I watched the video on YouTube. I forgot to get their channel, but he talked about you can take our holidays that are celebrated and align them with the 7 deadly sins, man. And it's true. I forgot what he said for Halloween. It was greed.
Oh, the 7 deadly sins. You mean the greed, gluttony, all those?
Yeah. What would Christmas be? Greed? Because gluttony would definitely be Thanksgiving. Yeah,
7
Tony
deadly
Taylor.
sins.
Lust for Valentine's Day, yup. Greed for Christmas.
I'm looking
Okay.
it up right now. There's actually 8. Ooh, it says there's 8.
And all these like religious people they celebrate are false prophets.
Ah, listen to
You're the
this.
true prophet.
Charles, listen to this. Listen, I was just looking up the 7 deadly sins, right? Because I just wanted to get an idea. Pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. It says there's an 8th deadly sin. Are you all ready? I want everyone to hear this in chat and everything. Guess what it is? It's called gossip. That's right, gossip. Gossip. The 8th deadly sin has been inspired by the ultimate modern day sin, gossip. The collection draws attention to the negative side. Good analogy. To the negative side of gossip and the detrimental effect that loose lips can impact on a person's life. They added gossip, which means people need to stop gossiping.
Wait, they added that to this. What was the 8th deadly sin? Gossip.
Gossip. Yes. They added an 8th one, so we now have an 8th deadly sin. People. Yes.
So people speaking the truth are going to be like, stop gossiping. Then they'll make a law. Someone got arrested for making a meme on Clinton. I seen it yesterday. They charged him. I forgot with what.
Slandering.
It was. Huh?
Was it slander with an emoji? That's character assassination. It's got to be slander.
I don't know what he got charged with, but he made a meme of Hillary Clinton and told them to. It was one of them like call in vote type things, but it wasn't real. And people tried to call it and vote, or people cast votes, and that's why they charged them. See, I don't know. It's not his fault that these idiots took it that it was real. I don't know. Sometimes I think some of these laws they create are just way overboard.
You think, right? Every time people make a move and stick up for what ain't right, they put more laws in. That's the way to do it, you know? It's like, please react. There you go. I'm gonna give you more laws.
Grow your own food, man. I'm gonna germinate a few seeds I have in a little while.
All right, cool. That's very interesting. Gossip.
I got enough heat for it. Gossip.
That was funny.
But the word sin is nothing evil and bad. It means the lack of knowledge. And that's mostly what religion does, man. They feed it to you with the lack of the truth, man, and people take that shit literal. And I don't know. People for the most part
okay, well, look at what you said and look what Tony said. He said gossip cannot be a sin. It infringes on free will. So I looked at the definition of gossip. Casual or unconstrained, keyword, unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not conformed as being true.
Yeah, they want to make the.
Well,
this is how they're going to control slowly. I think what people say. You know,
being true.
They're going to figure out ways where you can't talk about them on their platforms. That's what I think, man. For the most part,
Court can't say nothing. Yeah.
So the cure to that is just don't talk on them.
Right. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. What qualifies as gossip? Let's get the definition right first. What qualifies as gossip? Because this is where I was getting confused. By definition, at least the definition social scientists who study gossip use. Gossip is any talk about someone who isn't present. So yeah, that's considered backstabbing to me. But yeah, it's usually about something we can make a moral judgment about, meaning you tend to approve of the information or disapprove, and it's entertaining. Okay. All right. So when they're not present, it's considered gossip, which just isn't right in my eyes anyway. Okay. Doesn't have to mean it's a sin, though. Very interesting.
You know, it'd be cool, man, if people charted the stars and made their own constellations.
Like a Charles one and a Kimball one. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
That's something to me.
Write your own story in the stars. It's written in the stars. I think we all are a star. We're connected to something, some energy source. And without that electricity, even in hell, there's L. So you can't escape God's everywhere. We are God.
Yeah, I agree, Faye. Gossip gives energy away. Charles, I've been watching these stories lately of people that they went through the whole monk Buddha, dun, 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 Buddha. They went through all the skills, their breath work, all that stuff. And it talks about how Kismet, you might know about this, how they actually can turn themselves into other animals and travel around at free will. I've been watching documentaries on this, and I'm like, oh my Lord. Like they've grown so powerful between going through the monk phase, the Buddha, I don't know about all that. You know, the levitation where they actually talk about them. They will turn depending on where they want to go and do, and go into a changed physical form, actually. Physical form, and go other places when they need to. And I was like, oh my. I mean, are we really capable of all that? You did? Say? Yeah, that's great. There's a lot of document. Charles, you should watch it. You'd be surprised. You'd be like, eventually you've been turned to some other form. I mean, I'm not saying will you eventually, but like if you wanted to really do the work or get into that, change form and then go other places. I want to be a dolphin. I want to be in the ocean like right now.
Damn, what was that movie with Jim Carrey? Remember, I brought it up before. Kimba, damn man, when he plays the TV anchor.
The Truman Show.
Yeah, the Truman Show. That's real life, man. These psychos, literally, they use books, and they write these books, and their plan is in them coded, and it all plays out like a movie. That's why they say the world's a stage, and they always use scripts, scriptures, right? Movie scripts, fucking. They're always reading a script on the news. Everything's already planned out. It's a psychotic world we live in.
Yep, I like to try to tap. I like to try to tap into some of these skills, you know.
Bruce Almighty was a good movie. Yeah.
Bruce Almighty, yeah.
You gotta look within yourself.
Let's try this again, buddy. Yeah. You're back. Let's try this again.
Bullshit.
Mic check.
That would be dope. That's a dope thing to put on the show, Faceplant, man. To have a bullshit meter. I'm gonna see if I can find a meter, and in my podcast we'll have the bullshit meter. When everyone says, if someone says something and you think it's bullshit, you could be like, my bullshit meter's going off.
Why you could be like, woo?
Just zoom it up and screenshot. Just zoom mine up and screenshot it.
Right.
That's all you have to do.
No.
That'd be funny.
Hey, but you're talking about spirit traveling or and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And animals.
Yeah.
I had a bizarre experience in the woods. I was out at my land and there's bears out there. And we were just walking around in the woods, checking it out. And all of a sudden I disappeared to them. Like something came over me and I made a move, like an escape move. And then I was standing there and I could hear them. They're saying, where is he? Where is he? And I'm standing there, and I'm standing in fresh bear shit. But listen, and it was really weird. And later when I got home, I realized that I shit my pants. And I'm gonna explain it by saying that I was in a bear. I was having an out of body experience, and I was in a bear, and the bear was in me. And then the next day, I was in the store, and I saw some native family in the store. These people with their kids, and they were looking at me. And the little kid was looking at me, and he says to his parents, I guess they were, "Did you see that bear?" The little kid saw the bear in me.
Animal spirit.
Yeah, but it was so weird that like I kind of blacked out when I was in the woods, and then when I came to, I was standing in the fresh bear shit. And I didn't even know I shit my pants until after I got home. It was weird.
Yeah, that I was talking yesterday, face playing about the dog. This lady has a dog, and the dog communicates with buttons. And the problem, I forgot the dog's name, but it would look in the mirror, she said, and then it would go to the button thing and ask. It would say, "Why dog?" Um, the dog was asking the owner, "Why am I a dog?" You know, it kept asking the owner that. This dog could communicate in New English through buttons, pressing these certain buttons. That's crazy, bro. Animals are intelligent. And she said the dog would just sit in front of the mirror and stare at itself, and then it would hit the buttons and keep asking, "Why dog? Why am I a dog?" You know, that's crazy, bro. Now I'm starting
Yeah,
to question animals.
it was probably a human in another life.
Maybe.
I'm sure. I'm a believer in that reincarnation is real.
Like the dog is asking, "Why am I a dog?" That's crazy.
And probably some lives you spend, maybe when you die, maybe you become a bird or a mouse or something for a little while, and then you die again and you come back as a human again. It's just a theory, but it kind of makes sense.
Shit. I would make poachers and people who harmed animals. I would make them come back as that animal.
Yeah, I'm vegan, but I am not opposed to hunting, ethical
Talk
hunting.
about karma.
And yeah, karma is real, because I know guys who hunt with greed. Like this guy I worked with, he was bragging about how many geese he shot,
Yeah, that's
and
fucked up.
then after a few days, he was all sick. His stomach, there's something wrong with his stomach, and I knew that's from that greedy hunting. You're hurting yourself. The nature is part of you, and you're part of it. And if you hurt it, you're hurting yourself.
My bad. I had to step away. Option. Oh, opinionated. I was reading it wrong. Whoops. Sexist. Huh. Stubborn as a mule. I was watching this thing on hawks that live in the wild. These huge, what are they, hawks or eagles? I think it was an eagle. Huge claws, man, and they would pick up baby cows. That's crazy, man. Think about that. How big that bird is.
The golden eagle.
Baby cows. Yeah, there you go. I mean, them claws they showed were, oh my God, that thing hooks into your back. It probably lift you up. It'll lift your son up.
I see golden eagles here sometimes. They're way
Beautiful.
bigger than a bald eagle. I saw them on a documentary on TV. The golden eagle, I think it was in Spain. It would knock the goat off the mountain. Be the goat perched on the side of the mountain, and the golden eagle would knock the goat down off, and it would go tumbling down the mountain.
It's a video I seen this morning where the guy was talking about they let the animal go over the cliff. They were those cliff goats or whatever. They climbed, the ones I was talking about the other day, they climbed the side of the mountains. They put their freaking hooves into the cracks and they be climbing the craziest shit, dams, all types of stuff. But yeah, the hawk will snatch it up off the cliff and then it'll fly and then drop it. And I thought to myself, it's pretty smart, you know? The hawk will drop it and it'll just probably like burst open. It'll just land on it and eat it. Cracks it open like an egg.
Tenderizes it.
Or just to be an asshole, you know, the hawk's like, oh, you want to mess with me? Okay.
I get a lot of robins that hang around my yard. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And I've seen right in my yard, right in front of me, I've seen an owl, a big gray owl, grabbed a robin. And another time I saw a peregrine falcon grab a robin. Right in my yard, right in front of me.
Robins are smart birds. Or no, crows. Crows are smart.
Yeah, the robins, they know the people in the neighborhood better than, you know. And if a bird doesn't want you to see it, you won't see it. You'll only see a bird if it wants you to see it. But I watch the robins and they do tricks. They buzz people, like it'll come swooping down and miss a person's head by like 5 inches and the person doesn't even see it. It's like, and they buzz rabbits and everything. It's funny. But in the fall time, I see the robins flying around and it's just like amazing acrobatic and speed that they fly at. It's unbelievable.
I always see these rabbits now. I left, it was 5:50 this morning. As soon as I come out the apartment building, there's a fucking rabbit right there. And it runs into the bushes. It's right in front of me. And I'm like, no way, man. What's the fucking chances of a rabbit in front of my apartment building, out of all places? And I got pictures of it. I'm gonna post it on the community page. Yup. I got a picture of it right when it was running. It's blurry. And then I got a picture of it under the bush. I had to use my flash. It was dark. But I got a picture of it. You can see its ears.
We have these bush rabbits around here. They used to turn white in the winter, but now they don't. They don't turn white anymore. I have a picture years ago of a white rabbit in my yard.
That's the third bunny I've seen in the last year. Faceplant. The other one was up the road. Remember, I think I was on a live stream or I shared it, a picture of it, up near this old bank. Then I seen a rabbit further down. Then I seen the rabbit dead in the street. I don't know which one it was that got hit. Maybe it was neither. And then now, 6 months later, or 5 months later, a freaking rabbit in front of my apartment building. And Alchemos83 said it was a sign. Who remembers the white rabbit in the Matrix on that chick's arm? Was it a white rabbit? It was Bugs Bunny. Let me see. Was it a white rabbit? I'm gonna look. Oh no. Yeah, it was a white rabbit. You're right. Or I'm right. I had to look. And the chat said it too. Follow the white rabbit. Yep, she had it on her left arm. And then I think of Bugs Bunny. When he used to bite the rabbit. Bite the rabbit. Bite the carrot. That's all, folks. Or no, wait. Roger Rabbit. Holy shit. I forgot about Roger Rabbit. I wonder what the esoteric meaning of a bunny is. We're gonna find out. They're symbols of fertility, abundance, intuition, and transformation. And their importance extends beyond the spiritual realm to the natural world. In occult symbolism, rabbits represent rebirth, reincarnation, and transformation. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably end the live stream in 2 hours. I got a few things I gotta go do, and then I might go live later. I will be dropping chapter 3 for those that want to see the rest of that book. It gets better. I think there's 2 chapters left. I'm about to finish them today. But
Chuck,
I'm working on some other stuff too.
did you?
What was that, Faith?
Do you still have your Manly P. Hall readings up?
Yeah, they're in the play. If you look in the playlist, I'm gonna start doing books. I'm just gonna put them in the playlist, chapter by chapter.
I got halfway through your last reading, but I didn't finish it, and I meant to go and listen to those Manly P. Hall ones too.
They'll get better, the audio, and I'm gonna try to figure. I'm figuring ways out to when I mess words up. I figured a way where if I mess a word up, I just re-say the sentence and I'll edit out the mistakes. I'm trying to have no mistakes where I mispronounce words, and it'll get better.
Yeah, I remember the one word you're struggling with was aqueous. Aqueous, it means of water, like a aqueous solution of salt or whatever. Yeah. Aqueous solution means the salt is dissolved in water.
Oh, I know what word you're talking about now. Okay. Yeah. I said aqueous, I think. I thought I meant aqua, like water. I like that book, Tree of Life. You know, that's the type of stuff I'm drawn to. You know, that you know, makes sense, right?
Talking about, yeah, it's talking about real stuff.
Yeah.
Theory. It's talking about the real salts that make up the life, and we can't live without.
Yeah, that's the stuff we all should be looking into. The elixir. We are all alchemists. But yeah, let me get out of here. I gotta go.
By plants. That one tiny seed has a whole blueprint and a clock inside it, and it gets activated by water. And that seed never changes. That plant, the same plant keeps making the same seed over and over and over again. There's no
people argue, and they say that the ground is what grows the plant, and they're wrong. The ground is just a womb. The seed already has. It's the water, the seed, and the light that grows the plant, but it's mostly the seed itself. Like Faceplant was saying.
Yeah, and the plants respond to you. If you care for the plants, they respond. They're conscious. Even the ground is conscious.
That's why you should put the seed in your mouth before you plant it. And they say the plant will grow to your DNA and provide you with what your body is missing.
Well, there's enzymes in your saliva, and it will help if you put spit on the seeds. It will help break down the shell of the seed so it can sprout.
I don't know how true it is though about plants growing to your DNA or whatever, but when I heard it, plants are like computers, any technologies reverse engineered Mother Earth or the human body, and that's just factual. I've always said that. I stand on that. Mother Earth is 10 times better than a computer. Peace, look within. Mother Earth. But yeah, everyone should start planting seeds. I have no excuses. I live on the second floor, and I'm gonna create. What's that? I'm gonna create a indoor garden for next summer. Cranberry juice. That stuff. Oof.
Saskatoonberry.
That's crazy you bring that up. Look within. I was this morning I reminded myself that I haven't been saying it. That's crazy you bring it up, because I was on my ass this morning about I was punishing myself mentally about not saying it every day. I kind of fell off track. But thanks to Kimba and Plant Face for coming up. But I'm about to end this right here, and I might go live later. Peace to everybody. Thanks for coming through. I'm out.